Wild Rift devs are trolling us. Patch 3.0b is here, and some of these balance changes have me extremely confused, especially that Yummi buff. It's so freaking strange. To not bore you guys here, let's get straight into it. Let's just dive right in. And of course, we got new skins coming. We got Obsidian, Malphite, Zombie Slayer, Pantheon. Skins are always something nice. We also have new accessories. We got a Wild Rift Season 5 icon there. Nice. We also have a new event, which begins on March 10th. So that should be interesting to see. And then, of course, what you're all here for, the champion changes. So first things first, we got Fizz. They noted down that this slippery assassin has had too easy of a time killing his foes. We're cutting back on some of his base damage. So Playful Trickster down 10 each level, and then Chum the Waters, which is the ultimate. Max base damage is going down from 550 to 500 at max level. You know, they're basically like nerfing his main damage source with that Playful Trickster, right? Or at least one of his main damage sources there. I don't know. This is like where things get really sort of weird for me, because Fizz is on the stronger side of champions, but definitely not a priority when it comes to nerfs, right? Or am I wrong here? There's definitely other things out there that deserve either a nerf or buff. It's just very strange. But you know, despite the nerf, he's still gonna be very good. I think a lot of people put him like S tier, but with this, I mean, he's still gonna be good. He might drop to like A tier, but even then, he's still a very viable pick. Next, we got Jax. They noted down that Jax has been one of the most dominant fighters in both the Baron lane and jungle because of his late game scaling, which is very true. We're tuning down some of that power by reducing the attack speed he gains per stack of Relentless Assault. So they're nerfing his attack speed gained on Relentless Assault per stack by, at max level is 2, so 2%, and then 2% at level 3, 1% level 2. Yeah, that's actually gonna hurt his late game quite a bit. You know, early game there isn't much of a difference. 0.5 level 1, 1 level 2, but moving into the later stages, yeah, that's definitely 2% is pretty big, but it's a Jax, so I think he's still gonna be fairly good. Then we got another Lulu nerf. Oh boy. So we can all agree Lulu is one of the strongest supports by far, I would say. Even though there is all these nerfs coming in, she's still gonna be strong. So let's see what they did here. So they are reducing her ability to buff her allies and how often she can turn her enemies into cute little squirrels. So her whimsy, all levels are getting an additional second, it seems. So from 16 to 17 level 1, and then 13 to 14 max level. Then the help picks, the shield value, they're nerfing it at max level is gonna go from 205 to 180, and early on you're gonna get, they're actually buffing it early. Oh wait, they're giving you 5 additional in the early, taking away 5 level 2. Overall, they're trying to hit her late game, but even then, I don't think this is that big of a change. There's gonna be of course a slight difference, don't get me wrong, but she's still gonna be very strong. She's just one of those supports, you know, freaking toxic. But anyways, let's get into the main attraction here. Freaking Yummi. They decided to buff Yummi in like all sorts of ways, so let's dig in here because this is dumb. So they noted down that since her release, this cuddly cat had been having a rough time finding her place in the Dragon Lane. We held off on buffs initially because they wanted to give players time to adjust. They noted that it was clear that even the most dedicated Yummi players were struggling, which I completely disagree with. You already seen Yummi in pro play, and I would say quite successful in a lot of ways, actually. Nothing crazy, right? Like overall, she was pretty well balanced, if not like quite strong when you put that champion on good hands, right? But no, these dudes went like over the top. So base stats, mana regeneration, they're increasing it 0.9 to 1.3%. Bop and block, cooldown, going from 12 to 10 level 1 to then 5.5 seconds at max level from 6. Leave it there, like keep the mana regeneration and bop and block there, and that's it. Like she's good now. No, let's screw it up even more, right? Prowling projectile, mana cost from 90 to 70. So not only are you gonna have more mana now, they're lowering the amount of mana you're gonna be using per projectile, right? Then they're also increasing the current health damage percent. So level 1, they're keeping it at 2, but at max levels going going up to 10, from 8 to 10. Base damage, they're increasing 20 across the board. The empowered base damage is going from 260 to 280 at max level. So a 20 across the board here as well. Then you and me attached adopted force ratio, so 1 and 2. Then the final chapter base damage per wave, 20 across the board again. Like, they literally bumped everything up by 20. It's freaking nuts. It's so dumb. Like, they literally could have left it at mana regeneration growth up to 1.3 and they would have been chilling. But no, they went overboard with it. So freaking dumb. Honestly, probably just looked at win rate and we're like, oh boy, she's struggling. But that's just not it. Moving on, we got an item change here. So Maw of Malphite. So they noted down that Maw of Malphite is a niche item that should be the premier pick when facing multiple magic damage threats. But right now it's not. We hope by reducing Maw's cost, it will help it become that premier item of choice when facing multiple enemies dealing magic damage. So the combined cost down from 600 to 400. Total cost down from 3000 to 280, which is good. I would say it's good, but the problem is the passive just doesn't stack with a lot of items you currently do use. Yeah, they gotta change something there. And then we got Rune changes. This is where it gets very spicy. So Electrocute is meant to be the keystone for bursts and quick trades, but for many champions, Conqueror has just been a better choice. We're giving it a couple small buffs to help it compete with other options, particularly for assassins and mages. So base damage going from 30 to 184 to 35 and 189. Cooldown from 25 seconds to 20 seconds. This isn't a big buff, honestly. Conqueror will still be better by far. But there is certain champs that might benefit from this, you know, like a Rengar or a Zed or a Fizz. Like, you take Electrocute, they could definitely benefit on this. But even then, nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing that's gonna make you be like, okay, let's drop Conquer altogether. All right, the next one, we got Triumph. So Triumph is a rune that can allow champions to do high damage, kill multiple enemies in a team fight, and stay healthy while doing it. However, it's lately been struggling to find its place in this meta, so we're increasing the damage it provides when attacking lower health champions so that it can better compete with the domination rune. So bonus damage to enemies below 35% health from 3% to 5%. Okay, well, so Triumph, you know, to put it in simple words, it's a very safe rune. It's like a team fight rune, I would say. So this is gonna be a go-to rune, of course, in the top lane, bruiser, tanks. Triumph is gonna be very popular. A lot of champions are gonna benefit from this, so don't be surprised if you start seeing it quite a bit. Next one, we got Hunter Genius. So they're saying it isn't performing as well as they'd like, so they're increasing the starting ability haste and the ability haste that it provides per stack in order to make it a more competitive minor rune pick. So starting ability haste from 2.5 to 3, and then ability haste per stack from 15 to 18 at max stacks. That's pretty good, actually. They're increasing the amount of stacks you can have. Any champ that benefits from ability haste, which, I mean, you can argue it's literally every champ, like, you're probably gonna want to take this on. So, like, doing the maths, it's what, 54 ability haste you get? Total ability haste? It's kind of nuts. Alright, the next one is Phase Rush. So they said that this buff should help champions that value the extra mobility over the course of longer fights, while also maintaining its current power level for champions that just want to use Phase Rush to execute a specific combo every once in a while. So cooldown is going from 15 to 12 seconds. So pretty solid buff, actually. But yeah, it is only a cooldown buff, so it's gonna be interesting to see like what comes out of this, because it's not like a lot of champs benefit from Phase Rush, I would say. You know, I think what comes to mind, like a Graves or a Gragas benefit quite well from a Phase Rush. So it would be interesting to see if they feel better with this. I don't know. It's gonna be, we're gonna have to keep an eye on this one. Let's keep tabs on the Phase Rush. Then they also nerf Sweet Tooth, the bonus honey fruit healing from 25 to 20%, and the bonus gold per honey fruit from 20 gold to 15 gold. Okay, we're gonna test that out because it's kind of a big nerf in a lot of ways on Sweet Tooth. You know, a lot of people are still gonna get Sweet Tooth either way, because, you know, sometimes people struggle in the laning phase, so they're gonna want that extra healing. But I think overall Hunter Genius might be the way to go moving forward. Alright, so next one up is Bone Plating. So they're reducing its cooldown to better fit the faster gameplay Wild Rift. So cooldown from 45 to 35. You know, from my understanding, Bone Plating is very situational. So I don't know. I would say from what, you know, I've seen people say and stuff that it's probably not going to be a big deal since it's situational. After that, we got conditioning, and they noted down that despite it being a competitive pick, they believe that conditioning could also better fit the faster gameplay of Wilder. So they're reducing how long its bonus armor and magic resist stats take to come online, while also reducing its starting resistance to keep it in line with its fellow minor ruins. So initial wait time to gain bonus resistance 5 minutes to 3 minutes, and starting bonus armor magic resistance from 8 to 5. They're allowing you to get the bonus resistance sooner, which is good, but they're reducing the amount of armor and magic resistance you start with, so from 8 to 5. I think Titan and Carapace, there's one more I'm forgetting here, but the other ones are way better. I think Titan is probably the go-to choice, so I don't know. They're reducing the time here, but they're also screwing you guys with taking away how much armor you get at the start. So next one up, Hunter Titan. So they noted down that Hunter Titan provides survivability and strong resistance against crowd control. Because of this, it has felt like a must-pick ruin lately. So they're nerfing tenacity gain per unique champion takedown from 4% to 3%, and max stacks from 20% to 15%. 15% is still actually good, and you're still stacking health. So I mean, if they have a lot of crowd control, you're still kind of being forced to take this, because what are you gonna do, right? All right, and then the last ruin change we're gonna get here is second wind. Regeneration time after taking champion damage is going from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. It's quite a good buff. You know, you're gonna benefit with this ruin whenever you're in like a bad matchup in lane. So like, take for example top lane, you're a melee against a range, right? You're gonna benefit from this. And you know, there's certain champs where I see a lot of people taking this either way already. Like for example Camille, a lot of people take this on already. So yeah, there's gonna be certain champs that are gonna benefit from this. But whenever you're in a very bad matchup, you know, the example I give again is your melee against a range, you're probably gonna be forced to take this. It's gonna be almost a must-have. The main thing about this ruin is the extra sustain, right? So if you know you're gonna get screwed up in lane, you know, you can take this, get that extra regeneration going. But yeah, that is it. Free to play champs at the bottom. And you know, just quick recap here, Yummi is gonna be permaban, unfortunately, so no more Yummi gaming. Some good ruin changes there for sure, so definitely keep an eye out on that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. What's your thoughts on this? You know, my biggest takeaway is, what are they doing here? Yummi buff, okay, question mark. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit me with the follow on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, and make sure to hit this video with a like. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.